American History X is what I'm watching today. Thank you for being here. I'm Mr. Valentine. Hope this finds you well. I've heard about American History X throughout the years, and today I'm taking the time to sit down and watch it. I appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, like this video, hit subscribe, leave me some comments down below to assist with the algorithm. If you want to support the channel further, become a patron over there on the Patreon, Mr. Valentine Reacts. There you can get early access and full-length reactions. I appreciate you thoroughly, but without further ado, 1998's American History X coming to you. Let's do it. Buddy. I don't know if I like the look in his eye. This is an unfortunate series of events here.
Derek.
Like, Derek, come on, put it in your pants.
There's a black guy outside. He's breaking into your car.
How many?
One, I think.
These ingredients are... Oh man, the form of this alone is hair-raising. Oh. He started blasting immediately. This is brutal. Emptying the clip. Got interrupted mid-coitus. I didn't know this guy. This Edward Norton was portraying a Nazi here. The plot has thickened. Why do I have this sneaking suspicion he's not turning back to call the police on this guy?
Problem with him.
Oh.
Don't insult my intelligence.
Oh, that's even more intense that you leave it to our imagination what transpired. Okay. I'm strapped in.
It's a travesty. Arguing for Hitler as a civil rights hero. You've got to draw the line.
You know, Murray, you actually did this to yourself.
I made free speech? Question mark?
This racist propaganda, this Mein Kampf psychobabble, he learned this nonsense, Murray, and he can unlearn it too. I will not give up on this child yet.
It's a very complex situation. He's young, impressionable. Can you reach him? Devoid of the negative influences in his life.
What's it gonna be, Danny? This petty crap you're pulling. Have a seat.
Yeah, bro, let's pick your brain here. Like, how much of this do you truly believe?
Things at home okay? Derek got out this morning, did he not? He was one of my students. You knew that, right?
God, how much time did he serve? Was it for that crime?
Everything you do right now has something to do with Derek.
Look, I followed directions. I wrote an A paper.
Mein Kampf? I should expel you.
The audacity, man.
Fine, man, just prepare for me a new paper due tomorrow.
Oh, come on, Sweeney. It took me a week to read Mein Kampf. That isn't fair. Well, what do you want me to do it on?
Your brother.
Oh, man.
Please tell me you're joking.
No, I'm not kidding.
Hitting close to home.
To analyze and interpret all the events surrounding Derek's incarceration. The impact on your life, your families.
Asking him to psychoanalyze himself. Got his work cut out for him, huh?
I'll be the only one reading it. But if it's not on my desk, tomorrow morning, you are a ghost at Venice Beach High.
It's an uphill battle for him. He's trying to put the kibosh on his radicalization. We need more teachers like this, man. Principals. Was that the principal?
I never cheated in my life. Peter's more I didn't say anything.
Oh, man. That's wild.
Want some too? Huh? What's wrong with you? You wanna die? Punk, white boy.
Confirmation bias, am I right? Oh.
Lucky the bell rung out with the clock that white boy.
No. I don't think we've seen the last of these fellas. Oh, man. This movie's about to get heavy, huh?
Recruit a slew of insecure, frustrated, and impressionable kids.
This kid Vineyard, well, he's got a lot of baggage. You'll see in his tape. receive NBC.
A lot of baggage. What does that consist of? What is he carrying? What's he carrying in his racist valise?
Dennis Vineyard was shot and killed battling a blaze at a suspected Compton drug den.
How do you think I feel? I think it's typical.
Typical how?
Oh.
Social parasites.
Parasites?
Blacks, browns, yellow, whatever.
On live TV.
Yeah, it's race related. Immigration, AIDS, welfare, those are problems in the black community, the Hispanic community, the Asian community.
I bet that's a hell of a perspective to have.
Putting out a fire in a fucking neighborhood he shouldn't have even given a shit about. He got shot by a drug dealer who probably still collects a welfare check.
So no F's given with this guy. I mean, I understand your grief, but the vitriol, the ignorance is appalling.
Hey, yo, is that fool you were telling me about?
Yeah, that's that mother.
Yeah, man, that's him.
Tempers are about to flare here. What does that smile belie?
I'm through monkeying around with your pale, pasty, pastrami eating cracker. $100 say I make you my.
Oh, this reminds me of that montage in Do the Right Thing.
Take care of this.
Hey!
Wearing it like an insignia.
If you win, we will walk away. But if we win, pack up your shit and get your black out of here. 8 to 6, our ball.
So much mutual animosity just being floated around casually. Okay, pump fake. Steve Nash. He's Steve Nash out there. Have a little dose of that. A little alley-oop. Lob City. White chocolate. Who is he? Jason Williams? Pete Maravich? Pistol Pete? This is the basketball equivalent of the Civil War. Oh, come here. Okay, give and go.
Man, that's offense. Man, get the
Okay, Draymond Green.
That you can't let those away with that.
Honey, it's game point.
Shut him down.
Hey, we throwing this N-word around liberally. That is, I would imagine, an accurate portraiture of this milieu. On their behalf, it was a triumph of the will.
You gotta do something about that hair, man. That dude's gotta go.
I don't know, the girls like it.
Well, I don't.
You're keeping it pretty close. He took it all the way down.
Shots fired. Not unlike the opening scene.
It hurt like while they were putting it on, man.
When did you get that?
I got it about a month ago. Cameron made it official.
Cameron.
Yeah.
He's in deep, trying to impress his big bro. Hey, look at this ignorance. Look what I got.
I'm gonna grab it. Is there a phone in the back? I'll get it in the back. I got it.
Rife with hateful imagery.
Taking down this art machine, Jew by Jew by Jew, the white man
Yo,
marches on.
is that the inspiration for Borat's song? All right, gun in one hand, camera in the other. Something's getting shot.
Are you still here, Goodyear?
You calling me a blimp, you Democrat?
When was the last time you were actually able to see your feet?
Probably many moons ago, or in a coon's age, if you'll forgive that expression.
Tell me what I want to hear.
I mean that about your mother, man?
You want to get
Oh.
beaten, Danny?
Yo, mama jokes stand the test of time. Your mama's so dumb. We told her it was chilly outside. She went and got a bowl.
Now, what don't you like about them? And say it with some conviction.
I hate the fact that it's cool to be black these days.
Oh.
I hate this hip-hop influence on white suburbia.
Good.
And I hate Tabitha Soren.
A ludicrous ideology. He's saying it with such ease.
Sweeney is on a power trip, Vineyard. That's what he was like when we were there, and that's how he is now, and it'll never change.
These characters are reprehensible, with no compunction.
He kills bugs for a living. You don't want to be like that.
No.
I'm serious. It's not funny. Sweeney is a good teacher. You can learn a lot from him. So don't go up with small fry like that. You got to be smarter
you
than
don't
that.
understand, man. You don't.
Time behind bars has transmogrified Derek here.
I don't want you getting in trouble in school, trying to impress me, taking the there, all right? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I guess, but I mean, I was doing it because I thought you'd be happy.
Well, I'm not.
The Derek of old would have been happy, but it seems like he has been transformed in some capacity. Coughing up a lung, smoking one of them cancer sticks, am I right? Oh, the humanity.
He's an idiot.
On all facets of his life. Blind hatred. He won't even eat a black jelly bean. That's ludicrous.
Hey, I'm not kidding. Promise me you're going to stay away from that party tonight, Danny.
14 anymore, right?
Danny, are you okay? Hey, Danny's heading in a direction, huh? This movie is a testament to we are all products of our environment. Ooh,
Yeah, that's the whole...
that is moving. You can see the shoes he's trying to feel, the pressure being pulled from all sides.
Curtis, what is that?
Oh, come on, Derek.
Weed is for put that away right now.
Oh. Tell that to Cheech and Chong.
Down in this state tonight. The state spent $3 billion last year on services for those people who had no right to be here in the first place. $3 billion. $400 million just to lock up a bunch of illegal immigrant criminals.
I mean, you can hear some of this talking points. Some of these talking points today.
Every night, thousands of these parasites stream across the border like some pinata exploded. Don't laugh
It's like, this isn't a stand-up routine. I'm not Bill Burr.
about decent, hardworking Americans falling through the cracks and getting the shaft because their government cares more about the constitutional rights of a bunch of people who aren't even citizens of this country.
Oh, was Derek the originator of the Great Replacement Theory?
We're losing our freedom. Since we can't do anything about it, it's happening right here.
Saying exactly what they need to hear in order to radicalize them and transform their outlook.
Are we gonna ante up and do something about it? Oh, yeah. You're damn right we are.
Evocative.
You know it's against the law to hire border jumpers.
Oh, so they on Operation Terrorize then. Oh, this is chopped and screwed. That's cold-blooded, man. That is cold-blooded. How can you have the Constitution to do something like that? Wreaking havoc and chaos. Immigrants are coming to steal our jobs, to take our benefits. So let's go to our local convenience store and take our anger out on these people.
You move up in the world, huh?
Let's go, we're out of here. Everybody out, let's go.
Such naivete and simple-mindedness being depicted here.
Calling a riot an irrational expression of rage, that's such a cop-out. It's opportunism at its worst. It's a bunch of people grabbing any excuse they can find to go and loot a store. You know, the fact that these people ripped off the stores in their own communities, all that reflects is the degree to which these people have absolutely no respect.
If this isn't a topical plot point, this is relevant.
Alleviating the responsibility that these people have for their own actions. You know, it's like saying, it's not a riot, it's rage. It's not crime, it's poverty. It's nonsense. You know, it's exactly what happened in this trial, too, because
This movie could have been made yesterday.
Rodney King's civil rights had been violated. I mean, everybody lost sight of old Rodney King himself.
Rodney King, bro. Now that's a hell of a doozy.
This poor guy who attacked 4 cops, and those cops end up on the stand defending themselves for using absolutely standard textbook self-defense procedures.
I don't think that the tape showed that at all.
Oh, you didn't think so, huh? And what, you're an authority, Ma?
Political divisiveness over key issues. This movie is engaging.
And Rodney King had plowed into
Can
him.
we just drop this Rodney King thing? Who would like some dessert?
A discussion.
We're having a nice discussion, right?
Well, Jews have been persecuted for over 5,000 years. Are you saying that it's wrong to feel sensitive about anti-Semitism?
I'm with you. I'm with you all the way, baby.
Oh, look at the close-up of the smirk.
I mean, you tell me they would have come down that hard on Black Willie Williams. No way, because that videotape was a setup to get rid of gay.
No, you can't.
Wait, this is an important film
I listened to you.
Don't interrupt her.
because it has real-world implications.
Do you think you want?
Hey, Davina, sit down. Sit down. Be quiet. Shut up.
Uh-oh.
Sit down.
Derek, calm down.
Don't tell me to shut up.
No. Move.
Derek's on his last leg here.
What are you trying to prove?
Murray, stay out of it. Come here. Hey,
Oh,
get back.
Derek's off the rails.
Derek, let her go.
You need to learn some manners, Davina. Shut your mouth. Stop.
She can't breathe.
I mean, all bets are off with Derek here. He's seeing red. He's definitely not seeing black.
Apologize? Are you?
I hate you.
Is a madman at this juncture. He's a madman, John Hamm.
You don't think I see what you're trying to do here? You think I'm gonna sit here and smile while some tries to my mother?
Oh,
I will cut your Shylock nose off and stick it up your
no F's given.
in here and poisoning my family's dinner with your Jewish loving hippie bull.
Ah, that's disturbing. This characterization is disturbing. Especially how it's not far off to people who actually exist/existed.
How could you bring him to my father's table? How could you go from dad to that? Aren't you ashamed?
I'm ashamed that you came out of my body.
Oh, that's heart-wrenching. She's looking at her son with disgust and regret. Did seem to have reached a tipping point in this scene. Like, how do you rationalize? How do you try to incorporate some logic into his thought patterns here? His philosophy is so entrenched. How do you try to, like, unwind and extricate himself from that? Especially as a mother.
I'd never hurt you guys. I'd never hurt you. You know that. I'd do anything for you.
You just,
I don't believe you.
I trust you, Dad.
oh, I trust you.
Out of bed, huh? On a plane ride? Yeah. Going for takeoff.
The emotional dynamics, the family drama.
Oh, no, crash. Whoa.
A person so steeped in hate.
When are you gonna let that beautiful hair grow back?
The day you quit smoking.
When he cleans up his ideology, probably.
Yeah, I'll lay to bed. Say goodnight to Mom. Then you have to go to bed. Come on.
Good night, Mama. Good night, baby.
Because if you're this family, if you're Derek, if you're Danny, especially early on, like, you're being inculcated with such a stark image of minorities. And you're not in a great state yourself, so it would be easy to draw racially unsophisticated conclusions. Expedient.
What would have happened if I hadn't gone to that room and told him?
Oh yeah, I didn't even consider that. He initiated that entire thing. He didn't stand aside and let the car get stolen. He was like, no. Brother, you gotta see this. Oh, we go back to it.
Come here! You should have learned your place on the basketball.
Oh,
But you monkeys never get the message. Father gave me that truck, you mother. You ever shoot at firemen? Come here, you shoot at my family.
oh. What is he about to do?
Put it on the car right now!
No way, dude.
Now say goodnight.
Oh, that's gruesome. That's grotesque. Just curb stomped him.
Your hands up! I said get your hands up! Now turn around!
That is inconceivable. And he has a smile on his face. The audacity to have a smile.
Put your hands behind your head!
Oh, Edward Norton is turning one hell of a performance here. No scruples. I mean, yeah, he was trying to steal your car, but that was all at play here for these shootings and that curb stomp of the century. What is this, Mortal Kombat?
Hello?
Danny, it's for you.
Oh man, that's a lot to digest, huh?
Open the door.
If he would have gotten on that stand, he would have been forever in bondage. But Derek seems to be singing a different tune now, so this is going to be an interesting juxtaposition going forward. Troglodytes. Man, I'm trying to get over that last scene. Like, I thought they were going to leave it to our imagination at the beginning, which was far worse, but, you know, it was more horrible and horrendous than I could have imagined. In ellipses. This is a challenging movie, but intellectually intriguing.
I don't want it. I don't want my family involved. Everything I've done here is it all up. Do you understand?
Well, you think what you did was wrong? Baby, oh, come on. Those got exactly what they deserved, and we all know that.
Character development. He's turning over a new leaf.
I don't want it anymore. I'm done with it. I'm through with this. Listen, you don't need this, Stacy.
What transpired when you were behind bars? You got enlightened there, Derek.
Stacy, just say goodbye. Just say goodbye.
This isn't you. I know you.
You don't know anything about me, Stacy.
Like Friedrich Nietzsche said, the consequences of our acts grab us by the hair, no matter how much we've improved in the meantime. And he is the living embodiment of that sentiment.
It's only natural you should feel a little funny.
I don't feel funny, Cam.
You know, you made the fat kid a little nervous. He thinks the joint messed with your mind.
It did.
Knock some sense into him. That's what it did. Coming to some realization like, hey, I may have been acting like a nincompoop, a degenerate.
I am done with it. All that out there and all your too. I'm out.
He's had it. He washes his hands of this.
Story. You did 2 months and then you rolled over on 2 kids and let them go down for you. So don't feed me your lies, Cameron.
He went out like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Excuse me?
You prey on people, Cam. You use them. I lost 3 years of my life for your phony cause, but I am on to you now.
3 years?
I came in here to tell you one thing. I am out. Out! And Danny is out too. And if you come...
Peace. Auf Wiedersehen.
He needs my help, and I'm going to give it to him.
If you come near Danny again, I will feed you your heart.
He'll come to me.
Ah, man.
More important to him now than you'll never be.
Oh. Whoa. Hey, take 2 of those and call me in the morning.
Dead man vineyard.
Oh, he solidified his escape from this movement now. That did it. That's the nail in the coffin of his bigotry.
You make me sick!
Dad, put down the gun.
Bro, Seth. Oh, he's shaking. No way. Gotta be quicker than that.
And take it easy.
I hate you, Dare.
I mean it. Huh? Hey, come on. Shut up.
That's heartbreaking.
What's happened to you, Dare?
Wasn't supposed to happen that way, all right?
That's all there is to it.
Oh, this movie is an uncomfortable watch. I know it's the point, but it's effective in that score. On that score.
What happened to you up there?
What happened to you behind bars? Indeed, let's go. I like this narrative structure here.
5 minutes! Step forward! Those beds better be made.
After 2 days in that place, I didn't think I was gonna make it a week.
Oh, man. That's not the Oreo you want to be in, Derek. He's making no bones about it. He's like, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. Let the chips fall where they may. Hey, that's a...
Don't me, alright? I'm the most dangerous man in this prison. You know why? Because I control the underwear.
Okay, he's flexing his clout here, his power.
And I hope you can work out, all right? Because the last guy they sent me didn't wear no drawers, couldn't read the sizes in the drawers, and used to sniff the drawers, all right?
I need a spin-off on that character. The Fudge?
Probably robbed some old lady, huh? Badass Peckerwood with an attitude. Cause in the joint, you the not me.
Oh. Yo. It's a hell of a statement.
What was that? What's that all about?
That's just politics, man. Favors you.
Politics. They politicking.
I can take care of myself. He shouldn't be doing that. I'm getting sick of it, man.
Oh, the little naiveness. Naivete.
I think you better chill out on the preaching bullshit, okay? We're getting a little tired of it.
He said he could take care of himself. He said, I'm a year in. I got this. What are going to be the consequences of this? Good googly moogly.
You think because I watched my firstborn cook his entire life that I can sit here and see my baby follow him down the same toilet?
Oh.
All it does is make me feel bad. I'm trying to get through this, and you're just making it harder.
You think you're the only one doing time, Derek?
Like, I don't want history to repeat itself. Help me out. Throw me a bone.
Come on, man. Look, every day I watch you go through these sheets like you're gonna get to the end of them. Look, will you chill the out? God.
Bro, take a chill pill.
Keep bringing them in and bringing them in and bringing them in. And throwing them around like that ain't gonna do a thing but give you a heart attack. And you know what? That's cool with me. But you know you're gonna give me a heart attack too.
He's like, work smarter, not harder.
I know. I'm just a dumb, stupid, right? What do I know? I know I ain't the one getting mad at them sheets, though. As a matter of fact, the only sheets I get mad at, I tell you.
David Duke type sheets.
That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna hate some niggas. That's all we're gonna do is hate some niggas. I don't even know what a nigga is, but you know what? We're gonna hate him. My cousin Derek is in the pen right now, working next.
It reminds me of Clayton Bigsby. Y'all see that character off of Dave Chappelle show?
See? That's the ticket. Nice and easy. Now we can ignore each other in peace.
He's starting to reach him though. You know, that is an allegory. Any preconceived notion or stereotype you have of a person is because you don't have direct access to them. Reach across the aisle, as it were.
He was taking it from the Mexicans and dealing it out to his own people. He didn't believe in it. None of them did.
He is taking exception to this crossing the line, the racial line.
You got a woman? She comes to visit you. Don't let her walk out of here with a bad attitude, because if you do, you spend the next week wondering if she's out there getting her on with somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Was this character single-handedly responsible for taking all of the racial hatred out of him and the bigotry?
And let her take out all that aggression on you. All guys know that, man. That's that good sex. That's that pow. Let her get on.
That boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna punish you. I'm gonna put it on you. Let me catch you looking at another woman.
This guy's hysterical. All right, what are you gonna do? You know, you're becoming buddy with your work partner. I mean, through necessity, you have to be there, but still, you're warming up to him. So how are you gonna square that with this disagreement you have with that guy?
Celtics are like a dynasty. The Celtics, right? The ugliest team in the history of sports. A dynasty of ugly, man. Look at Kevin McHale.
I mean, Larry Bird wasn't too easy on the eyes. No disrespect.
I don't even know what you're saying.
You are tweaking. Boston Celtics.
A Nazi building a rapport with the black guy. It's poetic. Wait a second. I don't like what this music is suggesting. No. Oh. Oh. What in the Sodom and Gomorrah am I bearing witness to? Okay, this has upset my equanimity. Yo.
That was real sweet.
I am gobsmacked. What on God's green earth?
How is he?
Only took 6 stitches.
He got some comeuppance of a sort. I mean, I don't know if I like the choice of words, comeuppance, but I'll let it sit. Oh, that's grotesque. Wait a second. Time out, movie. What are you doing to me? If there's ever been an appropriate cut to black moment in cinematic history, it is this.
Right now, your anger is consuming you. Your anger is shutting down the brain God gave you.
You got that right.
I used to blame everything and everyone for all the pain and suffering and vile things that happened to me that I saw.
Yeah, playing the victim. Victimhood is a very tempting mechanism.
You gotta help. Just help me. Get me out of here, you know?
Ah,
I'm up in 4 months for review.
it's devastating. Oh, got him walking crooked and everything.
Yo, what's all that bull put in the mess on, man? Are you out of your mind? Are you crazy? D, look at me.
He's had an experience of traumatic proportions.
Yo, man, I'm talking about the brothers, alright? They're gonna you, toss your salad, then smoke your mother.
Oh,
Something I don't already know. You think I haven't thought about that?
that's
They're gonna come.
unseemly, uncouth. He's gonna get Shawshanked with no redemption. Andy Dufresne.
What's up, man? You getting out? Come on, man. What are you waiting on? Get the one out of here, man.
Yeah, you know, I got this funny feeling.
It's something touching about their relationship.
I'm thinking maybe the only reason I'm getting out of here in one piece is you.
Come on, man. Get the guy out of here, man. You think I'm gonna put my neck on the line for some crazy pecker wood?
Yeah, right. Stupid.
It's like miss me with that sentimentality.
I owe you, man.
Man, you know me, alright?
That's moving. That is moving.
You'll be out of here in no time.
Come on, man. It's a piece of cake, man, alright?
He
Let's take it easy on the brothers, alright?
was the impetus for his awakening, his discernment. Because it's easy to paint somebody in a stereotypical light if you have no direct access to them. But all you need to do is fold some laundry with the other side. Parable.
But I need you to understand. Because I love you and you're my best friend. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Whew.
Yeah. Indeed, this is a heavy movie. It's a lot to contemplate and consider and unpack. He may have been responsible for his younger brother's radicalization, but the symmetry of him being responsible for his psychological and spiritual evolution is beautiful. Oh no, the narrative symmetry. Snap. Just at the moment of redemption, here we go.
I think if you asked Derek why it all went the way it did and where it all started, he'd still say it started when our father was murdered. The truth is, it started earlier.
I've never had a teacher like this. He's got like 2 PhDs. I don't know what he's doing teaching in our school. What's he got you reading? We got this essay exam on this book, Native Son. All in this one book. Native Son, what's that? I don't know.
I recommend it to everybody. Native Son is a spellbinding story.
What is it, Black History Month?
What?
Nothing. It's just, you know.
It's everywhere I look now.
I didn't know the father was cut from this cloth too.
A affirmative blaction.
Honey, a few new books doesn't qualify as affirmative black action.
Affirmative blaction is catchy, unfortunately, though.
Look, now you got this book, Native Son. You know, what happened to the other books in the course? They're not any good anymore because Mr. 2 PhD says they aren't? Huh? I mean, you gotta trade in great books for black books? Does that make sense?
He's sowing seeds of division.
I got 2 black guys on my squad now who got their job over a couple of white guys who actually scored higher in the test. Does that make sense? Yeah, sure, everything's equal now. But I got 2 guys watching my back, responsible for my life, who aren't as good as 2 other guys. You only got the job because they were black.
Who is this guy? Charlie Kirk?
If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
I don't know. Maybe some of what he says is kind of. It's bull. Yeah.
Impressionable.
You see that, don't you?
Yeah.
That's so disappointing and disillusioning.
Proud of you.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Got it.
Impressionable, soaking it in, soaking it up like a sponge, an emotional, psychological sponge. So if your father carries these sentiments, why wouldn't you? And it's so painful. You saw the look Derek had in his eye of hope and appreciation and joie de vivre. But his father came in and cut that down. Movie just tugging on your heartstrings here. The innocence of the youth, they're as free as the birds in the sky. Until you condition and program whatever philosophy the parent has, and they download all the BS.
Well, I just got to check in. Then I'm going to see about getting my old job back.
Great.
Good morning.
Yes, my
Hey,
love.
hey.
Aww.
You look great. Welcome, Dad.
Thanks.
You do look good.
Yeah? Feel silly.
Clean up nice. It's such a positive, happy note. Please tell me it's not headed in a dreadful direction. A little foreshadowing. Hopefully not. Hopefully they're just pulling the rug out from under us and it's not heading in this area. Okay, I am feeling the tension right now, especially with the absence of a soundtrack. Just ambient noises.
You talk to your old crew.
Oh, come on. Come on. No way. I hate to tell you, but I'm out. Okay? Those guys are probably gunning for me.
Barking up the wrong tree at this point.
What, did you tell him I was going to do this?
He's like, do me a solid.
You take a break, you'll find no peace. The way to find peace is to stick.
It's not going to make a bit of difference.
It might.
Not a bit.
It might.
The stipulation upon your release. Because they were scum. They were depicted as scum and heathens. But now that they've evolved and transmuted into an actual person, doing some good society, I want nothing but the best for them.
You're after you, man. It'll cool off. If I made it through Chino, you know, this should be a piece of cake, right?
I mean, in theory, it should be a cakewalk.
Keep your head up, all right? Things are going to be fine.
Okay. All right. See
Hey, hey.
Brotherly love.
I'll see you at home. Right?
Yes. Good luck, all right?
He's still being accustomed to society. He didn't want to be too vulnerable. The only thing he could drum up is, I'll see you at home. And that was coded language for a lot. And I want him to see him at home. Come on, just let me just see the credits. Because from a screenwriting standpoint, And all the evidence to the contrary.
Alright, I'll catch up with you, alright?
I am steeped in tension. Oh, okay, movie. I see what you're doing here. What are you? Who are you? Hitchcock? Masters of Suspense? Oh my God. That's messed up, man. That's incredible. It's hard to believe. That's unimaginable. And the visceral guilt he must feel. The depths of responsibility he has in that situation, man.
So I guess this is where I tell you what I learned. My conclusion, right? Well,
Oh, this is gut-wrenching.
life's too short to be pissed off all the time. It's just not worth it. Derek says it's always good to end a paper with a quote. We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. The mystic chords of memory will swell when again touched, as surely they will be the better angels of our nature.
Supremely tragic ending. Which is brilliant from a narrative standpoint, but in this story world, cut to black. And that's all she wrote, right? Oh, man. Okay, American History X in the year of our Lord 1998. That movie was a lot of things. It was an uncomfortable movie. It's challenging because of the racial slurs and the depictions of racial hatred and the ignorance and the impossibility of reaching a certain subsection of people who hold that as a mentality. And, and we follow these characters, and this movie does an expert job of getting us to care about Edward Norton's character. When we see him doing atrocious things and carrying such vitriolic and nonsensical ideas about people of a different race, and to see him undergo such a transformation and for it to culminate in his younger brother's death is all the more agonizing. It's hurtful, man. The evidence would have suggested that he was so far gone at the 3/4 of this movie. The little brother, Danny is his name, I think. Okay, so we see the path Derek took to being ignorant. And what was so effective for me was, we see earlier on that his father died. So that created a trauma, a wound in Derek's character, Edward Norton. And so I don't think they stated whether or not he possessed that same racial sentiment of Nazi hate. But it was confirmed later on towards the tail end of the movie. And you see the joy and the passion and the enlightenment percolating. He had like this glimmer in his eye at the dinner table. He was like, hey, we're reading Native Son, which is if you guys haven't read Native Son, if you think this movie is challenging, this is a challenging book, but it's as insightful and perspicacious in its depiction of race relations. And so it is so appropriate and fitting for him to have been reading that at a very pivotal moment in his life. His life could have gone two separate ways if his father had not imprinted his mind with such a disreputable and unsavory ideology. Which, I mean, I give it to him. You know, affirmative action is a funny is a funny phrase, but you know, to have that be a motivating factor in your life, your father views the world this way and he kind of shames you for kind of having an enlightened viewpoint, and then your life to take that direction. There is something so like operatic and tragic and melodramatic and human on a human level. It's heartbreaking. Which, you know, it goes to show that, you know, that like that one shot with the brothers on the beach. They're young, it's overexposed, there's nothing but sunlight and the waves are undulating towards them. And it's like, it's telling the audience, kids are not born with hate. Kids are not born with this kind of horrible lens through which certain people view the world. And it is so important. It is so significant to get them while they're young. And it is invaluable to have positive influences around you as a kid, because what do they call the formative years? The first 7 years of your life is formative. So things that happen through that period, and not to mention the early adolescence when your brain is still being formed and your neurosynapses are being, you know, connected and wired in a certain way that is going to be difficult to disconnect that wiring, that hard wiring. And you can see Derek struggling with that. He's like, they killed my father, and that all but confirmed his bias against minorities. All right, you killed my father, and so I'm going to have this mentality. But it wasn't until when he got to prison. That is magnificent. That is magnificent writing and portraiture of that character, the black guy with whom he was working. You know, he got to actually touch someone, have direct contact with someone who he just written off as abominable. And that's it's like a metaphor. It's like a call to action. It's like a symbolism for how distance can force one to have unsound conclusions, especially about race. It's easy to hate someone, but like, oh, that race is A, B, or C, and you never have any day-to-day interactions with them. But be cooped up in a workplace scenario and you have no other option but to talk to them. You can see, oh, they're human just like I. This movie did a beautiful job and a rewarding job in displaying that expertly, in my opinion. I don't know. Edward Norton, did he not get any Oscar recognition? I mean, I know, 1998. I know it's difficult, though. It's like a lot of the slurs being tossed around, very unpalatable. But it's not like it's unrealistic to people who probably to this day still hold that belief system, but particularly in the 90s. I think it brought it all home. You know, the pieces of the puzzle fit together, but I would have, if I had my druthers, he would have survived young Daniel. And we see him narrating his biography, the history of his family and his older brother, as he was assigned to do in the opening's picture. In the opening sequence. Ah, man, I was so hoping it wasn't going to go that way. And I don't know what I had assumed was going to take place and unfold, but I don't know. I thought Derek would have been the one who would have expired. But it's all the more tragic and all the more upsetting that it was the younger brother, seeing that we're viewing the story and these characters through the lens of their evolution. They're now enlightened. They don't hold that nonsense anymore between their ears. Starting from scratch. Derek's getting a new job. The younger brother ripped off the Nazi memorabilia off his wall, and he's like, yeah, forget about that malarkey, that hokum, that balderdash. And for that to be the final few images of the movie is fitting, but yeah, it's painful. It's heavy. This movie is a tough pill to swallow, but it's important. Yeah, this if you haven't read Native Son, I read it. Oh, that's right. I read it last year. I finished it last summer. I finished this book last summer. If you haven't read it, and I found it remarkable that they used that as kind of like a linchpin to explain why Derek looked at the world the way he did. All it takes is one sentence, one moment in somebody's life in order to radically shift the direction of them. Oh, okay. That's a good film. It's a good film. I don't know if I've made it evident enough. I am of the opinion that this is a great film. And I appreciate you watching this with me. I really do. This was a whirlwind, a roller coaster, as they say. I had a lot of peaks, a lot of valleys, a lot of tense moments. I mean, the shower scene was something otherworldly. What in the Sodom and Gomorrah was that, huh? But yeah, all in all, glad I watched it. Appreciate you watching with me. And as always, till we meet again.